Powered by the Montana Television Network. The Q2 530 News starts right now in high definition.
They're your kid. You need to be in their business. You need to be looking at their phones.
A message to parents tonight from area law enforcement about a new cyberbully possibly targeting your children on social media.
This frightening image is known as Momo, and it's already proven deadly to teens in other parts of the world.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Russ Riesinger.
And I'm Jeanelle Slade. Tonight, information about this dangerous cyberbully that's making its way across the nation, and it's hit Montana. The information is so new to our area that local law enforcement and even school leaders have never heard about it.
Well, a 12-year-old Lockwood child is the latest target of the so-called Momo challenge. This same challenge has reportedly claimed the lives of several children around the world over the past year. This image is called Momo and appears to a child from the smartphone app called WhatsApp. The Yellowstone County Sheriff's Office took a report from a parent saying their child was selected for the challenge.
Then Momo gives tasks that become progressively more dangerous and violent, even leading to suicide. Now, the goal is to meet Momo. The Sheriff's Office says, although it may sound naive to fall for the challenge, it's something minors can easily get caught up in.
This has brought us all to the table today to talk about what to do to protect our kids. That's what it boils down to. So I want the public to know, and I want all the kids to know that ultimately my job now, sitting behind this desk patrolling, is to make sure they know the things that are out there. And that
Well, another alarming thing about the Momo challenge, kids are not seeking it out, it's coming to them. In last night's Lockwood incident, the child unexpectedly received the message.
Now, authorities say the Momo named the child's friends by names as targets.
These cold temperatures are tough on your body, but they can also be tough on your car. Q2's Samantha Sullivan has some advice for what you can do to keep your engine running.
When it gets really below about 20 degrees is when we start seeing a big increase in issues related to how your engine starts and runs.
With temperatures staying below zero right now, it doesn't take long to run into car troubles.
There's a few things we always like to remind people of. The first one is to get your battery tested and make sure that it has enough capacity in it to get your car started when it's really cold out.
Jared McDermott, who owns LP Anderson, says if your battery is more than 4 or 5 years old, it may just need to be replaced.
Even if it does test okay, a lot of times when it's 20 below zero, it's still not going to get your car started.
Coolant levels are also important because coolant helps your car's heat system to work properly.
It's a good idea to keep at least a half a tank of fuel in your car in the wintertime, and that reduces that condensation that can build up, causing ice crystals in the fuel line.
Last but not least, always check tire pressure because the last thing you want to be doing is changing a flat in this weather. In Billings, Samantha Sullivan, MTN News.
McDermott also says looking into a block heater may be a good idea for some folks. He says keeping your car plugged in overnight not only makes it easier to start in the morning, but can also help reduce some of the wear and tear on your engine.
And further on the weather front, it's just going to get colder. Q2 Chief Forecaster Bob McGuire joining us now with what's in store, Bob.
We got another maybe 24 to 36 hours of really super chilly stuff. Let me show you where we're at right now. Currently in Billings, this is the actual air temperature, 2 below zero right now. Elsewhere around the state, everybody east of the divide, either single digits above or below zero right now. Now take a look. Our current wind chill factor in Billings, 18 below zero right now. Other places like Havre, the wind chill factor is 24 below, so very chilly. Now here's what we're going to see tonight. In Billings, we're going down to 11 below zero. Other places like Cutbank will be 14 below, Miles City 9 below, 10 below at Glendive. And so look what's going to happen. By tomorrow morning, we're looking at maybe temperatures getting to about maybe 25 below zero wind chill in the Billings area. Then on Thursday morning, one more time, about 8 o'clock, it's going to be 32 below zero for the wind chill factor. But now here's the good news. We have a high tomorrow of 2 below zero. Then we jump up to 24 below, 24 above by the time Friday gets here and we start to pull out of it. We'll have more in your forecast in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Bob. Well, new information tonight on what led to a Billings West End murder. Months after it happened, one man was killed in November, and now his friend is jailed on negligent homicide charges. Court documents state both were high on hallucinogenic mushrooms when it all happened. Prosecutors say 30-year-old William Kenny shot and killed his 25-year-old friend before turning an AR-15 on himself. It happened on the night of November 21st at a home on Canyon Drive here in Billings. In court documents, Kenny told police the two men got high on mushrooms and that things got, quote, kind of crazy. Kenny says both men thought they were dying, so Kenny shot his friend and then himself. Kenny's father found the two men in the basement of his home the next morning and called police. Now, Kenny was taken into custody after appearing in court Friday. His bail is now set at $50,000.
A Billings woman who initially admitted to police that she stole close to 1,000 pills from the Billings police evidence locker has changed her plea to guilty. 38-year-old Roland Stridgich was charged back in June of 2018 and changed her plea in Yellowstone County District Court last Friday. Stridgich was hired as an evidence technician for the Billings Police Department in September of 2016 and told her supervisor that she started stealing the pills in July of 2017 and was taking them for personal use. In a plea deal, she did plead guilty to purposely destroying and removing evidence. Her sentencing date has not yet been set, but prosecutors have recommended that Stridgich complete a drug intervention program and pay the city of Billings restitution.
The battle over construction of the Keystone XL pipeline is now moving to the 9th District Court of Appeals in San Francisco. The Trump administration filed an appeal Friday to U.S. District Court Judge Brian Morris's ruling to block pre-construction work on the pipeline and require a new environmental review for the proposed route. Now, this action is the latest in the decade-long fight over the proposed 1,179-mile-long pipeline, which runs from Alberta, Canada, and crosses a half-dozen states, including eastern Montana, before connecting with an existing line in Nebraska. Developer TransCanada Corp., which recently changed its name to TC Pipelines, says the project will cost $8 billion and boost the local economies along its route. Billings-based Northern Plains Resource Council and other environmental groups sued to block the construction. Written arguments are expected at the 9th District in April.
Housing prices are rising faster than household incomes in almost every urban area of Montana, in some places twice as fast.
That was a message today from the University of Montana Economic Outlook seminar held right here in Billings. The annual event highlights the latest economic trends for local economies and the state. The Bozeman market, the hottest play in Montana. Housing prices are up 50% in the past 6 years.
Billings has seen more moderate but steady growth. Bozeman also continues to be economic growth leader in the state, but Billings remains the largest trade and service center in the region.
One of the bright spots in the Billings economy is retail trade, and that came as kind of a surprise because nationally and all over, retail trade has been struggling. But the most recent data show that the retail sector in Yellowstone County remains strong, and that is an important part of the economic base here in Yellowstone County.
The state is also coming off a good year overall. Montana turned in a strong revenue growth of 14% in fiscal year 2018.
A dramatic chili rescue in Whitefish yesterday. Take a look. The Whitefish Fire Department shared this video showing crews coming to the rescue of a dog that had gotten into trouble on the Whitefish River.
The rescuer manages to work his way to the maroon dog, helping him into the open water so he can swim back to shore on his own. Thankfully, both the dog and his rescuers were okay, but it underscores the need for not only people but dog owners to be especially careful right now.
While ice is frequently thick enough to support a dog, it is not reliable.
Coming up on tonight's 5:30 News, cancer and children, a terrifying, heartbreaking reality for many families. Tonight we learn how St. Jude Children's Research Hospital has impacted a local Montana family and how you can help.
And in sports, we zero in on this weekend's state swim meets and why Q2's Athletes of the Week could be in the trophy mix.
You're watching MTN News with Jeanelle Slade and Russ Riesinger. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire and sports with Scott Breen. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.